Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're talking violet oil today and how you can use this absolutely divine fragrance for your magic. But before we do, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. And if you want to learn more about Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, and you just haven't got a clue, then download my free video, How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It'll just give you some guidelines as to what it is that we do and how you can pace yourself along the way. The link is in the description field below this video. Violet oil is one of my favorite fragrances. It's absolutely beautiful. And when you get a good quality violet oil, it has an energy that is just absolutely outstanding. When I'm talking violet, I'm talking about the sweet violet, not the African violet, but the sweet violet in this instance. Medicinally speaking, it's used for a lot of different things. The actual violet plant, for pain relief and inflammation are two of the major ones. I believe that that's also used for the lymphatic system. It can be used for insomnia, and when you connect the medicinal uses to the more magical aspects, you can see where violet can be used in your magic as well. So what violet has in it medicinally is the salicylic acid. So that's what helps it beat inflammation. And inflammation is a very heated sort of energy. So when you're thinking of the violet oil, you can understand why magically and emotionally it's an oil that can help diffuse anger. It can help settle anger down. So if you're feeling angry, if you're working through anger, violet oil can help you with that. It can also help sweeten a situation that may be occurring for yourself or for yourself and another person. So if you know that you're going into a situation where there could be a bit of anger going on, and you want to influence that magically, then you can enchant some violet oil, which is basically just giving that energy direction, and wear the violet oil so that you can go into that situation pretty much with some armor to diffuse the situation. You can use violet oil to help you with your dreaming, with your sleep. It does help insomnia. I can vouch for that myself. It's the type of dreams that you have when you're using violet oil from an aromatherapy point of view, like very clear dreams, like the clarity in the dreams is really there. And often the dreams themselves can be quite sweet. Often they can bring up people from the past, situations from the past that are actually quite deep within you emotionally. So it can be a very good oil to work with if you are doing any dream alchemy or working with dreaming, lucid dreaming, or you're wanting to find answers to questions that you've got and you're wanting to ask your subconscious mind to give it to you in a dream. Just use violet oil for that. Violet oil also is a herb of the heart. It's associated with the planet Venus. So it's associated with the heart. The leaves of the sweet violet are heart-shaped. And when it comes to grief and working through grief in the heart chakra, violet oil is a really beautiful oil to work with. It'll just help you grieve, essentially, and help you open up your heart and work through all of those different aspects of grief, which has often got a lot of anger in there, sadness in there, forgiveness issues in there. There's a lot of things that go into making up grief. So it's about exploring what all of that means for you. And violet oil can help you in the grieving process. If you are a grief counselor, using violet oil in your counseling can help. Joy. Violet oil has a very uplifting fragrance, and it can bring a lot of joy into your emotional state when you're wearing it. It's quite a strong perfume as well, so you don't need much of it. And it can just bring you this feeling of uplifted joy in the moment. So if you're needing more joy in your life, particularly at the moment when the world seems so hopeless, when there's so much conflict going on in various different parts of the world, and you really don't know what you can do when you're feeling helpless and hopeless. Working with the violet oil can just help you find ways in which you can use that desire to help in ways that can actually be ways that you can actually help, which is generally in your local community and even your own street. So working with violet to help lift that energy and help you find that higher vibe place so that you can not feel so helpless and hopeless, and to think, well, if I really do want to do something to change the world or help humanity, there's things I can do locally that are going to be much easier for me to actually do than to be focusing on what's going on a long way away from you. Ways that you can work with the actual oil itself, as in preparing it to work with. Love spells. You can also work with other oils as well. So for love spells, working with rose and violet oil is a beautiful blend. Work with your candle magic or however you want to work. Anoint your candle with the violet and the rose oil blend, or just use the violet oil. Violet oil is less expensive than rose oil, so a lot of people will tend to use violet oil a lot more, simply because it is more inexpensive. But just because it's not as expensive as rose oil would be, doesn't mean that it doesn't pack a punch, because it's got a very high vibe and a very strong vibe about it. You can make sachets like felt, put some violet oil onto some felt and wear that felt in a locket or something that you have made so that the smell can diffuse. So, and you can wear that, so you can enchant that locket or that whatever it is that you've made to put the felt in. You can enchant that specifically for love, to attract love to you if you're working with love magic. Love magic, traditionally, people put violet leaves in their shoes so that they could be, when they're going out and about with their shoes, they can be attracting love to them that way. So you could use violet oil to daub on the base of your feet, and so that you can go walking out there and attracting love to you via the path that you walk on. Other ways that you can use violet oil, not just for love, you can also use it for protection. And if you're using it with protection, you can marry that with, say, clary sage, and wear it as an amulet. Again, you can put it on some felt and charge it up as an amulet. You can just wear it in general. So if you're mixing it as like a perfume, maybe you're mixing it with some jojoba oil as a carrier oil or another carrier oil. And as you're blending it with that oil, you can do a little chant to state what it is that you're using this blend of oil for, and then you can use it as a perfume. You can, of course, put it in a diffuser, and in the same way as you drop the oil into the diffuser of water, bless and consecrate the water, drop your oil into it, and then state what it is you're wanting it to do if you're using a diffuser. So you may be wanting to put more love into your home, for example, and diffuse anger in the home maybe. So putting it into a diffuser and just making sure that you enchant that as you're doing it is a great way to work with the oil. Put it in a bath, have a bath, a protection bath, a love bath, with the violet oil, just popping it into a couple of drops into the water once the water is there. So not as you're running the water, but after the water is run, then put the oil in. And do it that way. The scent will still be there. Whatever you can do with herbs, you can also do with oils in regards to putting it on things, wearing it, even putting it into spray bottles, spraying your home with it, floor washes, that kind of thing. Although the thing with the floor wash is you don't want to get too much oil in there, because you don't want to be oiling up your floor. So just be careful with floor washes. Otherwise you can just use the actual plant. So just get the leaves and do an infusion and then strain it and use that as a floor wash. So it's mainly protection and love spells. Vivid dreams, prophetic dreams, as I talked about before. If you're going to be using it for dreams, you can either wear it as your perfume, or you can have it in a diffuser, or you can have it somewhere where it's close to you so that you can smell it throughout the night. So that might be, you might have it on a little bit of felt that's close to your bedside. I personally, when I'm working with violet oil or any of the oils and I'm doing sleep, is I tend to wear it, and that way then I can still get the scent rather than have a diffuser going all night. So it's up to you how you do that, but enjoy the violet oil. And I just wanted to do a shout out for an Australian company, because I've bought oils from various different places in the past, Australian oils made in Australia and various other places. And this company, rayincense.com.au, have just had, for me personally, just the most beautiful oils. The scent of these oils are absolutely divine. There's no other way to explain the scent. It just, the vibration of the energy of the scent of these is just absolutely amazing. I believe they don't ship outside of Australia, but go onto their website anyway and just see whether they do. I think that they only do Australia. But they're absolutely beautiful oils. They make their own incenses. They mostly focus on incense. So if you work a lot with incense, you can work with incense in a very similar way to the way you'd work with the actual oil. I don't use a lot of incense in my work because I'm very sensitive to smoke. So I only use incense when it's like a special occasion or I'm doing a particular type of spell where the incense is helpful. Otherwise, I use oils. So rayincense.com.au are a really great company for just beautiful quality oils that energy-wise have still got their energy. A lot of oils sometimes you'll get, they may be essential oils, but the energy isn't necessarily as strong as it could be. And I didn't know that until I actually had these guys' oils to compare it to. So when I've gone back to some of my other oils that I've used from other companies, the energy is different. It's a different energy. So it's all about energy when it comes to magic. So enjoy your violet oil. And if you want to study witchcraft with me and learn Wicca with me in a group of like-minded people from all over the world, online, we do get together twice a month on Zoom, so we do get to talk to each other and share our experiences. We also get together on in Facebook as well to share things, although I know a lot of people out there don't like Facebook, and I can totally understand why. It doesn't matter, you don't need Facebook to be a part of the course, because we also have the Zoom connection as well. Self-paced course. You learn all the basics of pretty much your first year of witchcraft, but you're going into it in a way that actually gets you to practice the craft rather than just reading about it, and also in a way that helps you connect to you and to connect to the craft. Because it's one thing to do the practices, it's another thing to know how to connect to those practices so that they give you that sense of fullness in your life, meaning in your life, and can actually help take you out of the crazy ego identified world and help you grow into a more of a sense of your sacred self. So if you're interested in learning Wicca with me, it's called the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. The link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.